will be, I'll save you a lot of the details, but his body is basically wrapped in translucent plastic, and then there is a maroon-colored blanket over that.
Mm-hmm. Will they do that inside the helicopter or outside? It's hard to say at this point.
Yeah, I think they will try and bring the body out and onto the gurney. That's a pretty good height up to the compartment, the cargo compartment there in the helicopter.
Here comes the body of Michael Jackson.
This is called that's the basket.
That's always just kind of a hard shot to watch, don't you think, Tony? Well, maybe not for you. You've covered a lot of.
Yeah, and this is part of the process of life, part of the process of living.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will get a little feeling very badly about this because he is a celebrity, or someone that people identify with.
And true with any loved one, that's not the picture you want to have of them.
Probably not, but the reality is that scenes like this are repeated 20, 30 times every day in Los Angeles County.
And especially for those who work in that industry. That is what they see every day.
They see this every day. Handling the body of a person is an experience that involves all of the senses.
Oh, you've been to the morgue, I've been to the morgue. We've done student projects where they took students to the morgue, and you see everything there, and wow, it's pretty raw.
Now, how far is it from here to where they're going?
From this spot here,
that one is live.
This landing pad, I think, is going to be just a 1 or 2 minute drive.
Yeah.
I think this is, let's see if we can get a better sense here. The coroner's office, there's that. The coroner's office is actually right in this, down where the KTTV or Channel 11 news logo is.
So it's just like around the corner.
Yeah. The street that's running along the lower right corner is Marengo.
Right.
And the coroner's office is this area just right around where the HD 11 news logo is.
And for those of you who may have remembered that the County USC Medical Center is actually that in the old soap opera days was General Hospital. That was the picture that you always saw.
Yes, the big
right
there.
There's the hospital right there. But you can see now that the body of Michael Jackson has been moved from the helicopter into the coroner's van. We'll make a quick trip in a circle back to where the coroner's office is located.
Just lost the sign of it, but it was right above the live logo there. There's what amounts to a loading dock, and that's where the vans will come up and the bodies will be
off. We have another sad story that we've been covering over the last few days, and this morning everybody woke up to hear the sad news regarding another 70s icon. She was the Charlie's Angels, of course, whose long blonde hair, her dazzling smile made her one of the biggest sex symbols of the 1970s.
Well, today Farrah Fawcett died at the age of 62 after a long public battle with cancer. As we continue to watch the body of Michael Jackson being transported, we're going to talk about Farrah Fawcett here. And Eyewitness News reporter Sid Garcia is live in Santa Monica, where Fawcett died at St. John's Hospital this morning. Sid.
David and Ellen, Farrah Fawcett was diagnosed with cancer back in 2006, and her long and brave battle ended earlier today here at St. John's Medical Center. That battle with cancer ended this morning. This is Ryan O'Neill leaving St. John's Hospital not too long after his longtime companion and mother of his son Redmond O'Neill passed away. Farrah Fawcett died around 9:30 this morning after a long and brave battle with cancer. She was 62.
I don't want to just go through life skimming it and being another person on screen and not living.
Magical. She had stardust on her. Sexy, beautiful, I mean, incredible. She's always been a style icon, obviously imitated by everybody around the world.
I've always thought of her as fearless. Nothing seems to scare her.
She's quite decisive, moves forward, and she doesn't look back and she doesn't regret.
The Texas native became a phenomenon when she landed her role on Charlie's Angels. The series debuted in 1976. She left after one season over a salary dispute. Jacqueline Smith, an Angels co-star, released a statement today saying Farrah had courage, she had strength, and she had faith. And now she has peace as she rests with the real Angels.
What's the legacy of Farrah Fawcett?
It'll be something, that's for sure. If we have anything to say about it, it will. But it'll take care of itself. She was everybody's love, wasn't she? Everybody's.
And because of the Tragic events today, the death of Michael Jackson and Farrah Fawcett. Some programming notes for you for later tonight. Starting at 9 o'clock here on ABC7, Martin Bashir will host a special on the life of Michael Jackson. That'll be followed by a Barbara Walters 2020 special, The Life of Farrah Fawcett. Reporting live from Santa Monica, I'm Sid Garcia, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Sid, thank you very much for that. Another sad story today in Hollywood. Right now we have an old friend of ours from ABC7 and who happens to be a childhood actor himself and still an actor working, Rodney Allen Rigby, and you were friends with Michael Jackson. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, I received a call, and it's just, it's hard to imagine that so much loss actually took place all in one day. I'd like to begin by saying to the Fawcett family and to the McMahon and now the Jacksons, I mean, such great loss in entertainment. Such great loss.
You shared with us
on the show our calls to find out what they can do for BET Awards on Sunday.
Were you already sold out for that event?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
Tell me what he's meant to entertainment and in general. It seems to me that, and he said it best in his song Black or White, it doesn't matter whether you're black or white, but what do you think he meant to the African American community and especially the artistic community in specifically?
Well, quite simply, he changed the way humans moved with his dance moves, of course, in the early 80s. But I think more importantly, he was inarguably the largest pop star the last 30 years worldwide. He helped usher in.
He would call in.
Or claims the child.
We took a generation there that loved him along with the Jackson 5. And then, of course, 1982's Thriller was just, the stunning piece of work and still the largest selling original album of all time. He simply changed the way pop music was taken, the way that R&B acts were received. Beat it. Now you hear a lot of R&B acts taking.
Stephen, let me interrupt you there. Please excuse me. Michael Brownlee's there at the home as the family is arriving now from UCLA. Michael?
Yeah, I don't know if these were the same three SUVs leaving from the hospital just a little while ago, but we got two of them here, two Escalades, two blue Escalades pulling in. Right behind it, Kim, if you can pan over there, a black Mercedes SUV. Again, don't know if these were the same SUVs that you reported leaving the hospital a little while ago, but that they coming in from just down the street into the gates. And of course, the gates will close here in a second.
They do appear like the same
right now.
They look like the same vehicles.
Photographers and reporters running down the street, catching up to those SUVs. Obviously, they made the path, made it clear for them to come on down and into the gates again. We are outside of the home that Michael Jackson had been leasing, don't know for how long, but apparently where paramedics showed up this afternoon to pick up his body, ultimately taken down to UCLA. So again, very fluid situation, very active scene here. Again, three SUVs arriving here at the home.
Yeah, Mike, they look like the very same.
They say this is protocol. They're doing their standard investigation, looking into what may have occurred shortly before his death. They say this is no indication that there was any foul play, but they need to rule out everything.
Yes, SUVs, I assume, I hate to assume, but probably was family. Thanks, Carl. We'll be checking back with you. Let's go on the phone to Tommy Mottola, the legendary music executive. What's your reaction to this, Tommy? You were so close to his success.
Well, it's a day that saddens all of us, all over the world. Michael is certainly an American icon who is the most famous person in the world. If you look at the history of pop culture, Sinatra, Elvis, and Michael really are the icons that represent that whole culture, And his loss is just so tremendous because he was so inspirational from an early age, 5 or 6, and then the Jackson